Still giving you a detailed analysis of that State of the Nation address, President Uhuru Kenyatta has called on Kenyans to engage in a positive discourse on the Building Bridges Initiative report. Making his 2020 State of the Nation address, the head of state said Kenyans should constructively and objectively consider the recommendations in the report that seeks to address the perennial challenges facing the nation, which include negative ethnicity, inclusion, equitable resource sharing, and the fight against corruption. The President insisting that the country must seize the constitutional moment to safeguard the country for future generations.
As the Building Bridges initiative progresses to the next phase of implementation, President Uhuru Kenyatta is urging all Kenyans to constructively and objectively consider the recommendations in the report. The President insisting that major changes are needed in the Constitution and other laws so as to lay the foundation for the prosperous future of the nation.
With a view to effecting far-reaching changes that will address the perennial challenges that we have faced as a nation, the challenges of negative ethnicity, inclusion, equitable development, and indeed our fight against corruption.
The President calling on political leaders to reach out to each other and build bridges over turbulent waters to allow the people to cross into safety and prosperity.
We have learned as Kenyans that elections alone cannot bring peace and unity to a divided people. For that, leaders must reach out to each other and build bridges over turbulent waters to allow the people to cross into safety and prosperity.
The President cautioned politicians on the wages of bad politics, but focused on including the young and desperate, not inciting them to revolt against their country and their elders.
They need a politics in which competition is not turned into enmity and war. They need political leaders focused on including the young and desperate, not inciting them to revolt against their country and their elders.
He reminded Kenyans that this nation is greater than an individual and a nation that is a beacon of hope and an icon of stability in the volatile regions. President Kenyatta said Kenya is acting as a role model in progressive African social democracy and that these qualities are not inherent and must continuously be watered from the well of the nation's commitment to make it better, brighter, and more inclusive for all.
This moment in time is our meeting with destiny. When generations come long after we are gone, let them say that we made the right decisions at this moment, that we chose unity over division, that we dreamt of and birthed a happier, more harmonious and prosperous nation. Kenya, honorable members, is greater than any individual.
From this front, he called on Parliament to prioritize the consideration of various seminal bills that are pending before the legislature, such as the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendment Bill and proposed legislation on the administration of referenda and on enhancing governance.
Also before the House is the Statute Law Miscellaneous Amendments Bill, the Business Amendment Bill number 2 of 2020, and the proposed legislation on the administration of referenda and on enhancing governance and on deepening our anti-corruption efforts.
Suleiman Yeri, Channel 1 News.